It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wild card matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Jets going up against the Chargers. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Mission Valley area of beautiful San Diego, California. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the New York Jets and the San Diego Chargers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A playbook? Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
That goes for a gain of 31.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver from 13 yards out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well,
here we go. Green, 39. Green.
now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Jets are going to have a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side, I'm on the plus side. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And he's brought down. Big ball game.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
This will be caught inside the 10. Time for a break. We're back to swing for it here on fourth down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we've got going here. If they just scored the touchdown, they're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling. They have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't.
Now hold everything here. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Will be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just
away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Jets going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage.
Be consistent, and that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week. That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of. They still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver from 10 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes.
plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's brought down, but not. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And they're able to spike it in time. And they are in range for a field goal that could win this football game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that
Super Bowl on the line. Everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Jets going up against the Browns. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you.
Play clock winding down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. The 20. And he cuts it, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion
As they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we
To the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Wanted to be a
Too many
three-syllable
syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
It matters. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Hey. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead.
Off game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to have the 1st down.
Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big
win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Completion now. Finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm.
Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say.
We're taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 43. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown.
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. And partner, not every day that we get to call a game that ends in a punt return in overtime. It was a great 4 quarters, and then the electric play there to end it in OT.
A little bonus football for us all, and no one ever turns down free football, right? But you're exactly.
We'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Come on!
All right, small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can find that next level.
Talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Jets going up against the Vikings. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. All the talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 20 as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
The guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Again with a juke. They give him a gain of 37.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
When he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive.
And to give this time to the tailback. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they're able to get this one.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerry Rice. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver, 57 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. If they gave up a sack on the previous play, how about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a time.
Nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Stays on his feet. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Well, you often control the game. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to cut it back right. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this.
Actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside.
Nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down. Spin, and the biggest play comes now. It's fourth down. Back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Best coverage look defensively.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week He scored the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about it.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3.
You're in that position of you can't just back off and give them easy throws. The same time.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet. Looking to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Some old hang, nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain.